Guys, check out this camo painted tractor. This thing must be sold. The tires are huge and they're very flat. They must have been sitting here for a while. Whew. Look at that. I wonder how much money this would go for in the scrapyard. I could probably just put this in my backpack. Squire Avenue. Let us check out this big truck and house that's dilapidated here in the woods. Check out this car. I bet that could go for some scrap money. It's a Mustang. I wonder how like good of condition things have to be in order to get money for them. Like, I really want to know how much this could go for. Alongside of these cars, there is a house in the woods. A very small house, but it's a house in the woods nonetheless. And let's see what's inside. An old TV and a couch. This must be like, this must be so old. It smells terrible too. To me, this looks like if there was a zombie apocalypse like The Walking Dead, and there was a dairy truck that someone was fighting to take, and they drove it off the side of the road, and then they grabbed all the dairy from behind in the back and they just ran off. This really actually looks like a campsite. This looks like someone's post-apocalyptic campsite. You know, you got your chairs here, your table here, just all rusted in the woods. They even have a fridge. It actually looks like someone would be living here. Abondoned. Check it out. Nice seats. At least they used to be. Look at that car too. These are all pretty, I mean, they would have been really nice cars. It's a shame they got taken over by Mother Nature here. Hey, what's up you guys? Today I'm back here with Exploring with Steve. Hey. Haven't seen him in a few days, but we're back exploring this place that Josh and John have actually already been to. It's an abandoned car graveyard in the woods. And the thing about this place is that it's been here since the 60s. It's a car graveyard, and the owner was very fond of cars. He loved cars so much, and he kind of turned it into a junkyard. He would have people bring their cars here and drop them off and leave them if they didn't want them anymore. And he kind of just grew this collection of cars, and supposedly at its peak, there's over 20,000 cars here. 20,000 different cars in this forest. It's a long trail. We've been walking for a little bit. You see cars here and there along the way, but there's up here you can see we're starting to get to a big clump of cars that we're going to start to explore, and I'm excited. Let's do this. So as you can see, we've come at sunrise. It's a nice early morning here. This tank really reminds me of Slab City. Just the craziness of this. Kind of looks like something they would have over in Slab City. Now you can see we're starting to get into the thick of it. I think everyone over in Slab City would love to have this stuff. They could make their houses so cool with all these parts. I think really anyone who's a car fan too would love to be here. Now, I'm not a huge car guy. I can pretty much tell you what model the cars are. Not like the exact number, but I can tell you that's a Cadillac or that's a Mustang. That's pretty much what I'll be doing for this whole episode. Look at this Jeep. It's called the Golden Eagle. The Golden Eagle. So I think the majority of the cars that are in this graveyard are Mustangs. That's what it seems like. The majority seem to be Mustangs. You know, the older models. I have no idea what year this is though. This car, it doesn't even have a front to it. The engine block that was in the front was taken out. The seats are, well, you could probably refurbish these seats. They're not too bad. I feel like a lot of stuff you might be able to salvage from this place. We're just walking through tons and tons of cars. They're literally everywhere. I just can't stop for every single car because there's so many. There's probably still a couple thousand here. Datsun. Ooh, look at that car. That is cool. This little pickup truck here too, or tow truck. Look at that, they still got the old crane. There's no way I could stop for every single car, otherwise this video would be like an hour long. There's a dirt bike back there. What? There's a legit dirt bike in the back of this truck with what looks like a ton of propane tanks. Looks like something out of a movie, like the guy's gonna jump out of the back of this truck, they're gonna dump a bunch of tanks, everything's gonna light on fire as there's a car chase. Something from Batman. There's no direct path around this place. I just keep walking around and I feel like I'm getting lost now. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find my way back. I've lost Steve completely. But look at this truck right here. It's an army truck, all camoed out. Plus there's a school bus here. This is a really old school bus too. They look nothing like this anymore. Well, I mean, the backs don't. Check that out. You can probably convert this bus into a home. This looks like a sad transformer. Just the front of this huge pickup truck. Very sad. So I met up with Steve again, found him somehow in this place. But look at the top of this thing. That's liquid oxygen. There's a huge tank on top of this, well, it looks like, you know, little bus. This is the kind of bus we should have had for our road trip. It's called the Club Wagon.
I know, look how many things we can fit inside.
Yeah, look at all this stuff. Man, we should just get our next road trip car right here. We could make a Mad Max car out of all these parts. Yeah. Like have a huge truck and it's just decked out with spikes and everything. Look at the motorcycles here too.
Oh, that's sick.
These are the old classic motorcycles. That's pretty cool. What's crazy about this place is that it starts off with one path and then it leads off to many different paths. And along each of these paths, they're all covered with car parts. So you can see what looks like a ton of cars just thrown in here. And you can see how it could probably build up to about 20,000 cars eventually. We've been walking around this place for like an hour now. And we've just seen so many cars. A lot of them look the same. There's a lot of Mustangs here, a lot of Jeeps here, and a lot of like destroyed trucks here. But also a lot of cool little buses. Car that's all jacked up on tires. I feel like if you kicked out one of those tires, this thing's gonna come crashing down. Kinda looks like a milk truck. The woods are a little thicker here, and you can tell the cars here are more intact the farther you go into the woods. Imagine if there was like some parent taking their 16-year-old kid here to get a new car. Come on, Jimmy, let's go pick out a nice new car for you. Steve just found some skeleton. That's like a spine right there.
I hope they're not human skeletons.
I don't think they were. Okay. That kind of looks like the jawbone of some kind of deer, maybe. Something bigger than us. Jeez. Unless your jawbone looks like that. Imagine though, it just like someone was killed out here in these woods. We're next.
We gotta get out.
We gotta get out of here. Yo, check this out, Steve. Look at this car. What is this symbol on here? Looks like the Jimmy Neutron symbol.
I was gonna say that.
But it also kind of looks like a medic. Yeah, this kind of looks like one of those Ghostbuster cars too. Just, you know, it's run by Jimmy Neutron. Wow. It had to be a medic one though. It's like, it's red and white. We've come to another crossroad. We just came out through the woods into even more densely populated car parts. I don't know where to go. I'm gonna be lost when I'm trying to get back out of here. Look at this Buick. Check out that symbol. Nice rusted symbol for a Buick. It's so peaceful being here at dawn. No one is really up for work, it seems like, so there's not many cars in the background. And if you just listen, you just hear the birds chirping. It's really peaceful out here. This is about path number 50 that we walked through. You know, maybe it might not seem like it on video, but I could totally see as if there was 20,000 cars here. This place is so big. There's an old camper here. I remember seeing this in Josh's video actually. There's an old camper with a Christmas tree inside. That's really cool. I like this kind of style of camper. Very small. They even have a street sweeper. Any type of vehicle I believe you could find in this car park. Car graveyard, really. And we've come full circle. May have seemed a little short, but compared to how long we've actually been walking around here for a couple hours,
I'm sweating.
It was not. we made a circle basically around this whole place. This little path leads around the whole thing with little spiderweb out trails in each direction. We explored a lot. A lot. So that was the abandoned car graveyard. You can pretty much find any kind of car you want here. You got prison buses, dairy trucks, motorcycles, tractors, anything you want, they got here. They got car salesmen stuff here. They got everything.
I'll call you a car salesman.
Oh, I am a car salesman. Pretty much. You want to come on down to Cody's car graveyard. Come on down. But that's it for today. Check out Exploring with Steve and subscribe to me as well. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. We got cars, we got trucks, we got motorcycles. You name it, we got it. Come down, you can scrap it, you get it.